strength and flexibility, quite a lot of upper body work, a few planks, which can be done either from kneeling or full plank. I'm recording it from a lovely children's bedroom, as I still haven't really got somewhere else to put out a mat. In fact, I can't even find my mat, so I'll be on the carpet, which shows you really don't need very much, although a mat would probably be preferable. So all you need is your mat, and then we'll just start with just quick mobilization, spreading out your toes into the ground, relaxing your shoulder, lengthening through the spine, imagining there's a long thread pulling from the crown of the head towards the ceiling. And we'll just take a few breaths here. So breathing in through the nose and out through the nose if that's comfortable enough. And we're going to focus our attention on lateral thoracic breathing, so focusing on finding that nice 360 breath in the rib cage. So it might be helpful to bring your hands to the outer edges of the rib cage, breathing in as you breathe in, feeling the rib cage expand, and then as you breathe out, feeling the ribs coming closer together. Big inhale and exhale. And exhale. See if you can keep this breath going, and as you do that, just have a think about how your body's feeling, if you feel any tension anywhere. We're really just looking for an easy breath. So if you feel your jaw clenching, try and relax it, try and make sure your shoulders aren't getting involved, you don't feel any gripping in the hips or in the glutes. Easy breaths. And on the next inhale, feeling the bringing the shoulders up towards the ears, and exhale, relaxing them down. Easy movement. Inhale up, exhale down, and inhale, shoulders up, and exhale, relaxing them down. Softening the knees, hands on the hips, and we'll just get some pelvic tilts going, working on lower back mobility. So as we inhale, we're just going to tilt the pelvis back, and then exhale, just allowing your stomach muscles to do the work here, drawing the belly back towards the spine as you tuck your pelvis under, and again, inhale back and exhale forwards. Just do a few of these. Keeping the knees nice and bouncy. And then coming to a neutral spine position, so position where your hip bones and pubic bone will be roughly on the same plane. And we'll just take a few rolls. So you want to keep the weight centered across the front and back of your feet. And as you roll down, so the tendency we've got as we roll down is to shift our hips way back. We just want to keep them basically in line with our ankles. We're going to take a breath in. And as we exhale, relaxing the head, rolling it down, one vertebra at a time, keeping the knees nice and soft. And at the bottom of the roll down, taking a nice big breath into that rib cage. And then exhale, lifting up through the pelvic floor, drawing the belly up towards the spine and rolling everything back without shifting the weight back towards your heels. Rolling the shoulders back in, again breathing in. Exhale, rolling it down. Inhaling into the rib cage, exhale, rolling it back up. Okay, we're just going to crank things up a notch. So we're going to roll down and we'll stay down. So breathing in here. Exhale, rolling it down. Softening the knees so the hands can be flat to the floor. We're going to step all the way forward into a plank. And here in your plank, feel free to drop down into your 3/4 plank. Just making sure your shoulders are nice and open. You're not locking your elbows and your neck is long. So you don't need to look up. You don't need to look down towards your belly button. Just look ahead. And then we're going to hold it for 3 breaths, squeezing the glutes. You can add a little roll forward and back if you're in your full plank, making sure you're really spreading your fingers into the mat so they're helping to take the weight of your body. And after 3 breaths, if your knees are off the floor, just pick them up briefly just to hinge yourself up into a V or a downward dog. You can work with knees really, really bent, just to allow your back to lengthen here. You can keep it nice and wiggly. You can shake your head, yes and no, from side to side. And then we're just going to do a few of these. So we're going to inhale, coming down into our plank, maybe dropping the knees, and then exhale, downward dog. And again, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Let's see what it feels like to reverse the breath. So taking a big breath in here, exhale into your plank. And again, inhale to your V or downward dog, exhale into the plank. Let's do one more. Inhale, exhale into the plank. And then from here, we're going to step. I'll turn around. The right foot forward. So you're just in a nice long lunge, bringing the chest in line with the shoulders, squeezing the glutes, especially on your left side, and we're going to roll forward and back a few times. Hopefully you're feeling a nice stretch in the left hip, front of the left hip. And then we're going to transition through plank. Keep spreading the fingers into the mat, and then switching side. Lunge on the other side. Nice long back. Making sure your ankle's under your knee. Squeezing the glutes to maximize that nice stretch in the front of the hip. And then transitioning through plank. And then we're going to bring the right foot forwards again. And then this time, pulling yourself up so that you're in a sort of high lunge. And then keeping your right hand on your right knee. In fact, maybe coming down to your forearm, we're going to take some big circles. So keep squeezing the glutes. You want your toes to be facing forwards. And we're just going to inhale as we reach forwards. And then exhale as we carry on the circle, cycling back. Big inhale forwards. Exhale back. And watch how your front knee isn't wobbling in and out of place. So we want to try the front knee above the ankle. Okay, big inhale. Woo! I'm feeling quite wobbly. Do a couple more of these. This is good, challenging, strength. And staying open here for a couple of breaths. So keeping your left arm out towards your left heel and breathing. Then we're going to switch the position of the arms and do the same on this side. So big inhale as you reach forward with your right fingertip. And exhale as you reach back. Let's do two more. And again, keep squeezing your glutes. Great stuff. Let's transition through to plank. Squeezing the glutes here, holding it for a beat. And swapping sides, so the left foot forward. Coming up onto your forearm, squeezing your glutes, and let's go in with the circles. So hips are square to the front of your mat if you're on a mat. And let's do 3 big circles. And then keeping the opening here. So right fingertips pointing towards the back heel, squeezing your glutes. Bringing that arm forward, switching sides, and let's swap big circles with the twist. So inhale, reach forward with the left fingertips, and then back towards your right heel. 2, ooh, keep squeezing those glutes. 3, and then back to front. We're going to step back, hinge up into our downward dog, walk the hands back towards the toes. Taking a big breath in here, knees soft, exhale, rolling it up. 1 vertebra at a time, rolling the shoulders back, giving those wrists a nice shake. And then we'll roll down again. So we're going to take a breath in. Exhale, relaxing the head, rolling it down, watching your weight hasn't completely shifted into the heels. Softening the knees, we're going to step forwards. This time we're going to go into a side plank. So I'm actually going to turn around so you can see me. So you've got 2 options here. You can either go from your 3/4 plank, picking your feet up, allowing them to flop over towards the right, and then bringing your left arm up. Or, in fact, I'm mirroring you, so that'll be opposite sides. Or you can go from your full plank and then dropping both heels together and then holding it here. So we're going to hold it for 3 breaths, relaxing the head. . Brilliant. And then coming back to center, and let's do this on the other side. So either dropping the knees, toes up, flopping them to the side and coming up into your side plank on the other side, or from your full plank, dropping the heels and pivoting. One side might feel a lot harder than the other. Relaxing the shoulders and breathing. Keep squeezing those glutes, engaging the inner thighs. Coming back to your plank, hinging the hips up into your downward dog. Bringing the hands back towards the toes. Big breath in here, knees soft. Exhale, rolling it up. Rolling the shoulders back. Let's take the feet a little bit wider than the hips and flop the arms from side to side. Feel free to take up as much room as you've got. My daughter's quite lucky, she's got a massive bedroom, so I can really swing my arms around. And then bringing everything back in. We're going to finish with one little last plank series. So we're going to take a breath in, exhale, rolling it down. And then walking your hands forwards so that you end up in a plank again. I'm going to shuffle myself into a plank position so you can see me. This time we're going to bring the right foot back in front, coming all the way up and bringing the back foot in about a foot. And we're going to do some knee dips. So starting with hands on the hips, we're going to inhale, dropping the left knee down towards the floor, exhale, squeezing the glutes, come back up. So we're going to do 8. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and bouncing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Dropping the back knee, lengthening the right leg forwards, and then either relaxing over that extended leg, or you can keep your torso up, and either enjoying the stretch as a static stretch, or you can fluctuate from flexed ankle and pointed toes. Trying to work with a nice long back, so sending both thighs, sending your right thigh bone back into its socket, so it basically doesn't feel like this leg is just kind of traveling away on its own. And then swooping this leg behind you. And swapping sides. So plank, squeezing the glutes, bringing the left foot in front, taking your time to find your high lunge, bringing the back foot in about a foot, lots of talk of feet, relaxing the shoulders and squeezing the glutes, and we're going for 8 knee dips. So we're going to go in, inhale down, exhale up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and bounce. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Dropping that back knee, extending the left leg forwards this time, either holding your static hamstring stretch or working through pointed toes, flexed ankle. Lengthening your lower back. And then swooping that leg behind you. Swooping that, yeah, swoop, there's a lot of swooping your legs right out so they're in front of you. And then here we're going to do our last plank. You can either work with your fingertips facing out to the sides or still forwards. Just don't fully turn your wrists so that your fingertips are facing back. So I'll have mine to the sides. It's just a bit easier on the shoulders. So fingertips to the side, sitting up really nice and tall. You can either work with bent knees and send your hips up with knees over the ankles, or you can work with straight legs. Just taking a breath in, and as you exhale, really squeezing the glutes and sending. You might need to also play about with the position of the wrists, sending the hips up, toes towards the ground, really squeezing the glutes. And with your neck, just keep that neck long. So my gaze is towards kind of the ceiling, the crease between the wall and the ceiling. so I'm not tilting my neck fully back because that doesn't feel right at all. Squeezing those glutes and breathing and really pushing the ground away with the hands, feeling really strong in those shoulders. Two more breaths here. And then dropping the hips down, bringing the knees in, coming up into a tiny little bowl, and then we're going to lengthen the back, press the shins into the hands, taking a breath in, and as we exhale, we're going to curl the pelvis under. You'll see my toes are just off the ground, and we're going to roll back, and then come back up like a little ball, and then again we're rolling it back and up. So I'm not rolling onto my head, I'm just rolling to about my upper back where my shoulder blades are close together. So rolling back, keep pressing the shins into the hands and up, and see if you can balance at the top without your toes touching the ground. Rolling back and up, rolling back and up, and rolling back and up. Last one, we'll stay on the floor, rolling back and up, keeping your feet down, keeping the feet roughly sitting bone distance apart. Shoulders open into the mat, taking a big breath in. And as you exhale, allowing the lower belly to sink down towards the floor so your lower back meets the mat. And we're going to squeeze the glutes, come up into a bridge, drawing the knees towards the toes. Nice long bridge. And then inhaling at the top, exhaling to roll it back down. So a couple more like these, breathing in. Exhaling, sinking the lower back into the mat, squeezing the glutes to feel the spine of the floor. Breathing in at the top. Exhale. Rolling it down back to a neutral spine, breathing in. Exhale, sinking the lower back into the mat, squeezing the glutes to come back up. And then inhale at the top. Exhale, spine relaxes back down into the mat. One vertebra at a time, bringing the knees into the chest. Gentle roll from side to side. And then pressing shins into the hands. And we'll just take a few rocks until we can come back to a seated position. And there we are. That's my short and sweet little sequence I've been working on. I hope you've enjoyed it. Look out for more. I will try and carve out some time to do some more little sessions because that's what all I've got time for these days. There we are. Thank you so much.